Ace on the house.
Go grab it.
Top. Matt?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Utah, 30. What's going on?
Okay, so my dilemma is I just finished building my house in December, and the issue is with me and my neighbor. We were going to share the fence, but they were going to put it down the center of the property line. But what he has done is he's actually put it 4 inches onto his property because he was all pissed off that I wasn't going to pay for it right up front and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So my dilemma is my yard slopes towards his yard, and he actually ran his driveway right on the property line. And I want to build a retaining wall so I can actually level off my grass and get to my backyard. More or less have like a fourth driveway into the backyard.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering, how do I go about with the retaining wall? Do I have to do like a footing or?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
A big one.
But they have a lot of sort of, I don't know, prefab-y stuff now.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
they're
blocks,
making
the interlocking
they're
blocks.
making it easier to do it. Yeah, it used to be. I mean, you still need a footing, and you still need to get down into some bedrock, or at least down into something, because the wall minus the footing is just like you leaning a playing card up against it, you know.
And then they have, for a retaining wall, it has to be keyed and all that kind of stuff, and then it has to go out way wide. And then minimum 1x2, number 5 rebar. Retaining wall is a big deal.
Well, how much you're retaining? I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like a
it's
smiled
only
slope.
Be about, like 3 feet high. It's only going to, take the slope out of my side yard.
So it's a stem
towards
wall.
his yard.
All right. Well, look, there's a expensive way of doing it that involves a lot of concrete and a pumper and a lot of excavation, and then there's one that involves, railroad ties and some,
rebar,
post hole digger and some stuff like that you can kind of do your sonotube and things you can do yourself. But in terms of, it's hard to tell what you need because we don't know what it's retaining. You know,
we need a
saying?
picture with this one too,
and
I'd make your neighbor pay for it.
I would say with retaining walls in general, you want to go a little more. You want to go past. What you don't want to do is 6 years from now realize that thing you did ain't working out. You know what I mean? So in the retaining wall department, whatever you're retaining, pretend like you're retaining twice as much and go a little bit sick. Because once you're digging, once you're pouring, once you're tying rebar together, doing whatever you're doing, you just do a little more.
Is there a drainage issue as well? Is it on a slope, you said?
He said it's on a slope, and he wants to level it out.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I mean, how many, your caissons, Ace, how many?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the problem is that it is a drainage problem because we share, it all tapers to like the center between the two properties. The big issue is I have 15 feet from the side of my house, and he has 8 feet, 9 inches or something to the property line. And he has a $70,000 boat that he has to get in his backyard. And he kind of fucked me on the fence thing. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, well, fuck you because you're not going to use my property to get your boat in my backyard. So I'm going to build like a 3-foot wall just so he can't get his trailer.
Oh, that's what, it's a big speed bump for him.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Wait till he gets the boat in the backyard, then put up the retaining wall quickly.
See, that's the best thing is he's going out of town. He already put it in his backyard. He actually drove on my property and got in his backyard.
Right, hey,
he's leaving town this weekend.
Matt, let me just tell you something before you turn into the Hatfields and the retards here. Why don't you get a 6-pack of Grolsch and head over there in your skipper's hat and bury the fucking hatchet with this dude because listen, I know some guys aren't reasonable, but these things end up escalating, and here's what ends up happening with this shit. No one ever remembers who started it. There's so many assholes out there. I've had this happen a million times where I've had my neighbors do stuff. They call Department of Building and Safety because my hedge is too high, and the next thing you know, we're having court, we're having meeting. We're supposed to hearings downtown about my fucking hedge, and then I come over there and go, "Hey man, what's up?" And they go, "Oh well, now it's on," and you're like, well, "Now." These are people, and there's a lot of people that are this way. They're wired this way, which is they punch you in the stomach, you punch them in the arm, and they go, "What the fuck?" Now it's on. And it's like, you started this. You started this. But it will escalate. So I would do one of two things. I would do two things. I would go over there. I'll bring a 6-pack. Tell the dude, look, let's just see if we can be neighborly, literally, about this. Number two, I'd call the local FBI and say you saw the new face of Al Qaeda hiding in this dude's boat, and he's heavily armed. So you send over one of those fucking SWAT teams and just start fucking blasting. That'd be awesome. Saw some kid with nappy hair. He had a backpack. He was hiding.
He's in that damn boat, I'm telling you now.
He's in the galley right now. Fucking shots fired. Get down. Let's get a bird in the air. That'd be great. All right. Let's see. Let's talk to you. I say a question for a small.
It takes on the house.